I want to welcome you to another video. This video is going to be a little bit different. Well, those of you that have been following my channel, you know how I feel about the TOMY 1350 Enterprise. I've just been gushing about it. I'm very happy with it. I have it in my intros now. I think she looks gorgeous. She's spectacular. What I want to do in this video, I've been covering it since just about every single update, all the information from when we were purchasing it, through all of the updates, all of the production notes and everything. And what I want to do is I want to give a big special thank you to TOMY. I love this piece. Think about it, man. This is the 1350 U.S.S. Enterprise, NCC 1701. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's got the lights. And oh, by the way, it's made of die-cast metal. This thing is solid, and it's just, if you're going to have somebody make one professional, if you want to see how much that costs, go to QMX and check out their professional models. They have the refit, the 1350 refit, and I think that model is north of 3,000. TOMY did was they had done it for fans, and for fans to be able to afford the piece, and they are fans themselves, so I want to thank them. There was $600, somewhere around there, just about $600, and I wish I had actually bought 3 of them. The quality, the pieces, I loved TOMY's method of doing it. It was transparent. The transparency was great, right from the beginning. When they did the pre-order, and they had to count up because they had to get the money and the backing financially to be able to move ahead with the project. And they were transparent about that. There were updates. They did set a limit. I think it was back in July, and if they didn't hit the number, they wouldn't be able to finance the project. Once it was financed, then they had to go and they had to get approval from Paramount. Because don't forget, Paramount Pictures, Paramount Corporation owns the rights to the Enterprise, Star Trek. So it had to be done a specific way, and it had to be, you know, it had to be the way of Paramount. So they had to do that. And among other things, they had to worry about production. So once they ended up getting the okay from Paramount, they had okayed the design, the plan, the ship, and now they got to put it into production. They were transparent about that as well. And some of the production samples, they had started to realize that it might not be made the way that they wanted. Perfect example is the seam that appears on the sides of the nacelles. And keep in mind, this is not plastic, this is metal. And it's not going to be feathery smooth like it would be if you're going to sand down plastic. And they had the same seam on the saucer section. They did give the option. If you did not like it, you could let them know, and they would give you a full refund. There was no obligation. So that was another good thing that they had done. And the model itself, I think, is just beautiful. It's solid. The saucer section actually separates. It's on its own stand. And I can't thank TOMY enough for doing this for the Star Trek fans that just love the Enterprise, like me. I mean, the Enterprise is my favorite character, my favorite ship in the whole Star Trek universe. And I've used the 1350, the one behind me actually, the 50th anniversary from Polar Lights. Then I had switched to using my friend Joe. He had passed away, and he was in the process of building the 1350, and he had painted it white. And after his death, his wife asked me to finish it for him, and I did. That's why I didn't change the painting. And I was using that in my videos for a while in my intro. And now I'm using the TOMY, and I think she's absolutely beautiful. I love the way she pairs up with the Klingon battle cruiser. The think they look really good together. I'm working on the 1/350 scale refit. It's taken forever to do that with the 4-color Aztecing, and that's a whole other video. But I just want to take the time to thank Tomy, because it seems like there's been so much unfair kind of negative, commentary around the project. And that's just not me, and that's not my channel. I love the product. I love the fact that they did it. They were fans. They made it for fans. And we're going to go through the model in a minute. We'll take a look at some of the goodies, but I just can't thank them enough. And I have gushed in the past about projects. Polar Lights, the whole NCC 1701 club, I loved it. They hit a home run with the 1/350 Enterprise. The amount of work they put in, the research, the Smithsonian model, and all the things that they had done was just fantastic. And I put a lot of love out to round 2 in Polar Lights for the 1/350 Enterprise. And I'm going to give the same love to the TOMY 1/350 Enterprise. Because I just want to thank them for giving us the opportunity to have this magnificent piece that'll last us for years and years and years to come. So why don't we take a look at the model, and we'll check out some of the goodies. Okay, taking a look at the model, and incidentally, if you're wondering what's lighting her up, we got the AMT Klingon Alien Battle Cruiser that I had done from 1968, and we lit her up, and I love the way the base lights up, and I think it looks good on the ship. Anyway, I like to use her in my video entrances now. I like to discuss what's going on, what I'm going to be doing in my video, and I was using the 1/350 from Joe. Matter of fact, let's show you guys. She's over there, and I was using, prior to that, I was using the one that I had made, the 50th anniversary. And now we got this beautiful TOMY one. Looking at it, I want to show you the seams that they were talking about. They had said, they had mentioned the seams along the saucer section. I'm coming around. And the other seams that they had mentioned were in the nacelles. You can see the line, and I don't think it's really a big deal considering this thing is metal. It's very solid, and oh, by the way, it's electronic. I think it was well worth the money. And if you're a skeptic out there, just take a look on eBay and seeing what they're selling for now. I wish I would have bought more as an investment, but let's go ahead, and I want to show you the stand that I was talking about. We have the extra support, and the stands do separate because the saucer section can be displayed on its own, as the secondary hull, can. It also has the shuttle bay, and it has the shuttlecrafts that come with the ship. But when you want to put it on, what you do is you just go up onto the saucer section. Incidentally, she's got the weathering, and you touch the area behind the turbo lift, and she comes to life. You can see the navigation beacons and the bridge, and they do have the inside of the bridge. We got B deck. I think she's absolutely spectacular. And when you go back to the impulse engines, when you touch the switch again, make sure that they light up. There they go. The impulse engines come on. And again, there's no switches, it's a touchpad that actually activates the lights. So when we look underneath, with the sensor area, the sensor dome, and we have the other lights. You can see the rings around the sensor dome. And she's very, very photogenic. I mean, she's the Enterprise. In my opinion, she's the most beautiful thing that ever graced a television or movie screen. You come around, you can see the bottom where the deflector dish is, and you can see the line where the the saucer separates. There's actually a bolt that screws in, holds the pieces together. And I did an unboxing when I had gotten it, and I showed you guys how to put it together. I actually did a video also with the instructions, if you want to check that out. I've done a whole playlist on TOMY, from all the updates that they had up until recently, and the unboxing, and this glorious lady. Okay, so now you may be wondering, we want to put the Bussard collectors on and light up the secondary hull. There's a touchpad on the inside of the starboard nacelle, and when you touch that, when you touch it once, you activate the Bussard collectors. When you touch it twice, they start to spin. And finally, when you touch it a third time, they spin faster, like she is when she's in warp. You can see the beauty, and I love how they lit the tops of the nacelles just behind the Bussard collectors, because I wanted to do that with my 1350, but I thought of it too late. Looking at the secondary hull, another thing that they were talking about were the screw holes, but again, they were completely transparent about it, and if you didn't like it, you had the option of getting a full refund. And I don't know how many people actually did that, because there was no way I was not going to get mine. And now that I got it, I absolutely love her. I think she's a beautiful addition. Go to the aft end, and you can see the shuttle bay door. So the shuttle bay door comes off, and you can see, and we'll take a look inside of the shuttle bay, and you can see the shuttlecraft that come with it. I don't know if the camera is going to be able to focus on that, but it's really, really great job on the shuttle bay. You can see the aft end of the ship, the top where the observation deck is, and we got the little lights on top where the spine is. That goes all the way to the saucer pylon. And we got the nacelles going all the way back. The iconic NCC 1701 registry markings going back to the coolers, all the way back to the ends of the nacelles. But I think that TOMY deserves a special little thank you. At least I want to give a little thank you to them. Thank you so much for making this for us and making it affordable. I mean, having this done professionally in plastic would cost a small fortune, let alone in die-cast metal. I mean, she's very sturdy. She's going to be around a long time, and I think she's gorgeous. Incidentally, that's the I use the backdrop is the Polar Lights model that's pre-made, pre-painted. The reason I don't have it together is because I don't really have the room, and when it comes to that, everything locks into place, and the only way to get it apart would be to break it. I don't want to do that, so it went back into the box. But that's the 1350 from Polar Lights that's already made and painted, and I have it's a perfect base for my Eagle Moss or Hero Collector Gold Enterprise XL issues of the 1701. One of them is signed by William Shatner, and the other one is the Enterprise D. And then the other backdrop I have is the McDonald's Happy Meal from Star Trek The Motion Picture. But this video is about the TOMY NCC 1701 1350 scale U.S.S. Enterprise, and I think she's just absolutely spectacular. So TOMY, thank you so much. I know it's easy to sit back and criticize, and it seems like there's so many negative comments on this model, and that's not what I do. That's not what my channel is about. My channel is all about my passion and my love of Star Trek, and I want to thank TOMY for doing this for us, the fans. And you can tell they're fans as well. And all the video updates that they did, they were just gushing over the Enterprise just like any of us would. So my friends, I just wanted to give a nice big shout out and a special thank you to the TOMY Toy Corporation for bringing us this wonderful kit. And until my next video, my friends, I'll talk to you soon, and you will be seeing her in all my intros, at least until my 1350 refit is finished. So until my next video, my friends, take care, live long and prosper, and I'll talk to you soon.